Today, let's learn about earthquakes and faults. Let's travel to the Earth. Oh no! Why is it shaking? Earthquakes are shaking of ground produced by the sudden movement of rock materials below the Earth's surface. The earthquakes originate in a tectonic plate boundary. You see, the Earth is made up of layers: the inner core, the outer core, the mantle, and the crust. The crust and the upper mantle is called the lithosphere. You can think of it as the Earth's skin, and it's broken into pieces called tectonic plates. These plates slowly move around. It collides, pull apart, or slide past each other, causing fractures on Earth's crust. The fractures of the Earth's crust were rocks that have moved past each other called faults. There are types of faults: normal faults, reverse faults, and strike-slip faults. Normal fault is a deep-slip fault in which the block above the fault have moved downward relative to the block below. Example of this is the Humboldt Fault in Kansas, USA. This type of fault is common in areas where plate boundaries diverge. Reverse fault is a deep-slip fault in which the upper block above the fault plane moves up and over the lower block. Example of this is the Himalayas Mountains in India. This type of fault is common in areas where plate boundaries converge. Strike-slip fault is nearly vertical fractures where the blocks have mostly moved horizontally. Example of this is the famous fault, the San Andreas Fault in California, USA. It is common in areas with transform fault boundaries. The massive movements of faults causes earthquakes. The point in Earth's interior where this release occurs is called the focus. From the focus, seismic waves are produced and traveled outward through the Earth's surface. It has two types of waves: the primary waves, or the P waves, and the secondary waves, or the S waves. The point on Earth's surface directly above an earthquake's focus is the epicenter. To record the motion of the ground, seismographs are instruments used to detect these waves. There are two ways by which we can measure the strength of an earthquake: magnitude and intensity. Magnitude is the size of an earthquake. It measures the energy released at the source of the earthquake. An earthquake has a single magnitude. The magnitude of an earthquake is usually measured using the Richter scale. On the other hand, intensity describes the degree of shaking caused by an earthquake at a given place. The intensity of an earthquake is usually measured using the modified Mercalli intensity scale. Yes, earthquakes can be catastrophic. Strong ground shaking can trigger landslides and tsunamis, which can destroy homes and loss of lives. To minimize the effects when an earthquake happens, you should be prepared. You can create an earthquake safety plan, and don't forget to educate yourself and family members about this plan. And also, always remember to perform drop, cover, and hold. Make sure to evacuate to a safe place as much as possible. Trivia time! Earthquake has other causes like volcanic eruption. Did you know that the Pacific Ring of Fire is home to 75% of the world's volcanoes and is where most of the world's earthquakes occur through volcanic events? That is why the Philippines continues to experience earthquakes, because it is surrounded by active volcanoes. Earthquakes result from the sudden movement of rock materials along faults in the Earth's crust. It is important to understand the earthquakes and faults so we can better manage and mitigate the impacts of these natural events.